Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 21 of Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories. And good news, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our final world that featured Disney characters. And it is technically not a Disney world, it's just a world that featured Disney characters. Hello, Bastion, that's where things really got serious. If you recall from the first game, Hello Bastion is the world that's, well, Sora lost the Keyblade, and lost Donald and Goofy, and, well, pretty much lost any chance to help Riku at that moment. But what I liked about that section of the game is that even without the Keyblade and stuff, Sora refused to give up, and
he still had Beast with him.
Yeah, he had Beast, and of course he had to rely on Beast in order to survive. I mean, he can take out the Heartless, no problem. But in the end, it's Sora's strong heart essentially won back the Keyblade and won back his friends too, except for Riku at the time. And then things just got a little bit worse from there. It's also where Sora essentially lost his quote-unquote life by sacrificing himself to save Kairi, and, well, that's where Ansem finally made his move, and, yeah. Okay, so the plot of Memory, good old Memory, Hello Bastion, features Belle for some reason shooing Beast away, pretty much acting all mean to him for some reason. Now I know Belle acted sort of mean to Beast, but they eventually grew to like each other, but isn't that kind of weird? You know how Beast still wants to have something with Belle, but Beast in the movie hardly want anything to do with Belle at first?
It's like their personalities swapped or something.
I guess, but to be fair, yeah, Belle wasn't a fan of Beast at first, but I think they got to know each other after that one incident with the wolves when Belle was trying to escape. But of course, Beast here is still acting like a jerk. But, yeah, well, I'm guessing it is kind of keeping in character with the movies, I guess. Sort of, maybe. I'm just speculating at the moment, folks, so yeah. Yeah, and Hello Bastion's also the base of Maleficent right here, so, yeah, she's using it as her own base to essentially get ultimate power, which backfired on her big time. Yeah. And, yeah, anyway, let's ignore the plot of, well, this,
Memory recreation of this world.
Memory recreation of this world. You see, the power of Castle Oblivion extends to even beyond the game. You see, my memory is fading. Fading and fading and fading. Of course, we have some new enemies I want to show off right quick. We have the Wyverns, then we're going to get later on the Wizards, and then the Defenders, and then that's pretty much it, really. They've introduced the Dark Balls a couple of worlds ago. It's like, gah. It's like kind of weird, don't you think? Alright, so, yeah, I remember those enemies well. The Wyverns that fly around out of range, have to risk, falling down and risk getting injured to take them out. Then there's those wizards that cast spells, a little hard to tackle, and then we have the Defenders, which have those weird shields. I mean, they have living shields, I believe.
Yeah, but like sort of like a demon dog on them, kind of like Zool from Ghostbusters.
Pretty much. Wait, no. And I remember getting a shield from, well, one of the, whatchamacallit, things for Goofy during that playthrough. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a wizard staff for Donald, too. But of course, at the time I was leveling up, that had enemies that featured those enemies, and, well, it would make sense that every once in a while they would drop weapons that our heroes can pick up. I mean, I think RPGs do the same thing, right?
Generally, yeah.
Oh, and I got a Defender card. Yeah, I haven't been talking about regular enemy cards throughout this playthrough because, well, they rarely show up. Every now and then you get an enemy card, and they help you in some way or fashion or something. I just don't show it off because I don't really need them. I'm confident I can beat this on my own, you know?
And you just got attacked and confused by something.
Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this before or not. Maybe it's due to the power of memories going bye-bye. Is that the thing is, there are some stage hazards that like to confuse Sora or hurt Sora in some way, and well, it's best to avoid those whenever possible. I don't know why they were there. I just don't know really. Okay, so, yeah, we've seen all these before, so we're just gonna skip them and skip them and skip them and...
Skip it.
Yeah. I remember that toy. Trips over and you fall down, and of course I was never good at jump roping when I was little too. It's just, yeah.
Never had that toy.
Never had that toy?
No.
No. All that counter on the ball and stuff. It's like, ah. Okay, so as I continue to go on, well, killing Heartless for some reason, let's talk a little bit about the real plot of the game. Featuring the mysterious organization that likes to essentially, well, treat kids like, well...
Tools.
Tools, essentially. They're creeps. They are creeps. They are creepy and creeps and creep, and they get a little too close to children and God. I mean, we have Axel at first. And I don't know if he's the least. No, he's not the least. He is psychotic. He's just as psychotic as all of them. And there's Larxene, who is pretty much even worse than Axel in terms of being a psychopath. And then we got Vexen, who's just as crazy about science and whatnot. And then we have their leader, Marluxia. And yeah, if you recall last time, he was getting a little bit touchy when getting close to Naminé, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. A little bit of behind-the-scenes trivia, if you're curious, ladies and gentlemen. Originally, Marluxia was supposed to be a girl. Yeah, we were supposed to have 2 female antagonists in this game, but I don't know for what reason, due to sexism and how it's due to betrayal and all that sort of thing, and they changed it to, Marluxia to a male.
A male with pink hair.
Yeah, he still has that pink hair and this obsession with roses and all that sort of thing, so... But, there's probably nothing wrong with having roses, don't you think?
No.
No.
And there's nothing wrong with guys liking pink.
Yeah, pink hair and all that sort of thing, so... Alright, so... Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so... We got some more... I initiated another Garda Trove, room because, well, there's treasure I want to get, actually. And why not? I want to get some treasure. How to get up to get that treasure is, oh, there's a ladder right there. Alright. Climbing. Ah! One of the things I hate about is they spawn right on top of you. It's like, what the heck's going on? And as you see here, if I hit that switch right there, I can, well, activate that floating platform. See, I skipped all that to still attack it anyway.
That was pointless.
Yes, it was. I mean, that guy was just standing right there, and yeah, why not? Okay, so apparently I have a fork in the road that I can go to. I can either go downward and risk going to a dead end, or going to the left and risk, well, going to a dead end as well. Well, actually, technically not a dead end because I believe I can get access to a rewards room if I go that way. It's just that sometimes the map system is weird. I probably explained to this before, but I'll say it again. you'd think you'd be going in the right direction of the plot room, but as soon as you think you've entered a room that connects to the plot room, it turns out it's a dead end. So you have to backtrack, which is stupid.
It really seems like the placement of these plot rooms are completely random at sometimes.
I don't know if it's that or if it's predetermined. Like, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to take a chance going the bottom route. And I'm going to use a Moogle card because, well, I'm not going to let that go to waste. And if it turns out that it does not lead me to the plot door, I'll get some Moogle cards in the process as well. So, yeah. And it turns out I picked correctly because there's the plot door. I might as well scope out the area right quick, you know. Get what I can and probably get some Moogle cards because.
Those pillars, were those the ones that had the princesses in them?
I don't recall, really. They look like them, but it's just, I think they're more organic-y, I think. I'm trying to think, really. I just not entirely sure. Let's see here. Getting more cards. Get more cards. Get more cards. Because why not? I need more cards to get more slides anyway. And of course I'm going for the higher amount because usually I get some of the good stuff.
Well, you'd think so, because you're paying more.
Well, higher number of cards is always a plus.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and see, folks, it's a good idea. This is why you need to save your money, so you can really get the good stuff. See, look at all that. Look at all that. I got Mega Ether, and all that sort of thing. It's like, wow. Okay, and then we'll go on and get the high number multi-pack. See, I get cards. Oh, and 0 Tinkerbell card. Yay. You know what? That should do it for right now. I want to save up in case I want to do it again in the future. Anyway, time to enter the plot door. Alright, so I need a blue card. Any blue card will do. That. I need a 3 and down card, so why not? And then the Key of Beginnings card. So let's initiate the plot. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Black screen of loading.
Ah, yes. And we are in Hollow Bastion's library. I remember this section from the first game. So, yeah, I have to do all these puzzles in order to get to the top, to move things around, open the door so that I can get to the top half of the main hallway, and which is weird considering that I have to go through a bunch of rooms to get to the main hallway, but again, it's the nature of Castle Oblivion, turning things around. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really want to be here, okay, so what? The witch forced me to come here. Of course, we all know who the witch is, so which is kind of weird, but now I get Maleficent she wants the princesses to gain ultimate power, obviously, but it's kind of weird having Maleficent, at least in this game, go after someone who is not her own nemesis and all that, with Sleeping Beauty, Prince Aurora, and Prince Philip, and the 3 good fairies and stuff.
Though, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense that they're using Maleficent, because she's one of the more popular Disney villains in general.
Yeah, popular enough to essentially get a live-action movie that starred Angelina Jolie or something. Anyway, noise and noise. Let's go. Ah.
Looks like someone solved the puzzle for us.
Yay. Of course, we don't get... Oh, yes. Blah, blah, blah. What do we hold to visit? Oh, goody. He was here. Of course, the he refers to Beast. And she doesn't know that Sora and company are also here because of, because. You know, again, I repeat this as well. It's kind of weird just hearing them reading all this text, reading. It's kind of takes away from the impact in a way, you know? Especially since this is originally a PS2 game, and which was originally a Game Boy Advance game. The Game Boy Advance I understand, really, because of technical limitations, but PS2? Yeah. Well, I suppose if the powers that be behind Square wanted to get the entire plot, like most of the entire series, onto one console, I guess this is one of the best ways to do it. At least they could have put some more effort into it, I guess. Anyway, I'm at the other... Oh yeah, now I'm here at the other room that featured the Rooms for Rewards door. And the other plot door is near a door that I recently visited. So let's go ahead. I have to go all the way back, and... yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun adventure. Alright, so... let's go... whoa! Well, thankfully that door's already been opened for me, or else that would have been weird. Okay, let's see here. I'm back at Guarded Trove, which means I have to go back a room. And then... alright. Anytime now, game. Here we go.
While there's a lull here, I've always liked the Hall Bastion theme.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Why do you like that theme?
Like, it just sounds like this, like you're at the last dungeon, even though you're not, but the game makes you think you are.
Well, the end of the world has a more haunting theme that definitely screams, well, this is the end of your journey.
Yeah.
This is all out and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, but this song really gives you the sense that something's really going to go down. And it does.
Uh-huh. Now, oh yeah, I made a sleeping room because, well, the second plot door is actually right here. And I kind of don't want to deal with any enemies at this time. So I just want to get this world out of the way. So, what are your thoughts of the movie Beauty and the Beast?
I quite like it.
Okay. Exposit. Tell me why.
Okay. I remember a lot of things, like the Be Our Guest song.
Uh-huh. And?
And Gaston.
Ah, yes, because no one can do anything like Gaston.
Yeah. I believe, like, another Disney show called House of Mouse starred that meme.
Ah, yes. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yes, we know. Call to him for some reason. Ah, yes. Okay, so we're essentially back at the main hall. Remember, in the real Hall of Bastion, it's the doors to the hall and the library are just through that one door. Here we have to go through elaborate schemes of rooms, and yeah. So our heroes show up, blah, blah, blah. They have no business here. Well, no kidding. Why are we even here in the first place? It's not like we actually care about these people. They're just figments of your imagination and stuff, so. Blah, 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 blah. Don't trouble yourself. And, of course, the beast arrives. Okay, so... yeah, stay away, beast. Leave this place. I don't care for you. Which is an absolute lie, as we're going to find out soon. Come on. I don't want to see your face again. That's... blah, 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 blah. What an awful thing to say. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So, Beast looks like he's buying it. Ah, yes, being selfish and unable to love, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much...
Yeah, he's been there.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of the I think the major plot point of the Beauty and the Beast film, so yeah. You're the only person who accepted me little by little. and blah blah blah, and all that sort of thing. So the memories of our days together will be our most precious. Blah 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 blah. I'm sorry if I sound uncaring, folks. It's just that, in the long run, what does this plot mean to Sora and company? Maybe they learn a lesson or something, but in the end, I'll say it's going to be all pointless. But then, of course, Belle blew it at this point. Well, she's going to blow it at this point because, well, Maleficent just changed victims, really. She wants a heart for some reason. All to gain ultimate power, but... yes. See, this is where she, essentially she essentially gets... Yep. She turns into a heart. Okay? Would that imply that Belle's a... No, Belle couldn't be. She's a princess of hearts. Just weird. Alright, seems the cold words are just spoke little of her true feelings, okay? Yeah. She loves you, beast. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I can feel shining in her heart. Yada, yada, yada. You fiend, release Belle's heart at once. Oh, you fiend, release Belle's heart at once. And don't worry, we'll take care of her soon. It's just... Where are you? She went that way. There's a... That's the way to the shadow room. What are you doing here? Yeah, I like to ask that myself. We gotta get after them right away. Okay. I like how the speech bubbles like over Sora, but then it was Donald that spoke. Yes, more cheap production things. Let's get Belle's heart back. Okay. Don't worry, we'll get that back pretty much almost immediately, and we can end this world once and for all.